Over the 5 seasons of the Apex Wiffle Ball League, we have used many different bats, including Easton Pro Sticks and Blitzball bats. But the question that lots of people have is, which bat is the best? And today, we'll be putting that question to the test. We're going to be testing out 7 different bats today. The Easton Pro Sticks, Blitzball Bat, Louisville Slugger, MLB Powerhouse, Junk Ball, Sweet Spot, and the original yellow Wiffle Ball Bat. To get the best results, we're going to set up the tee roughly 85 feet from center field and use Google Earth to track roughly how far the balls are going. I'll be taking 3 swings with each bat and using Google Earth. We'll show the stats of how far the ball goes and then announce the average distance. So the first bat I'm going to be reviewing today is the Easton Pro Sticks bat. The Easton Pro Sticks is our most commonly used bat with almost 2,000 plate appearances on camera and over 450 hits, including over 100 home runs. The average distance of home runs hit with this bat is roughly 95.5 feet. And the longest home run hit with this bat was 135 feet. It was actually my home run hit against Chase Brickman in the Triangle Takeover this past summer. So let's get some swings and see what we can do with it. It felt great coming back out here, hitting bombs with this bat. This bat's my ride or die, and I honestly think this has a great shot of being the #1 bat in the bat review. But moving on to bat number 2, the Blitzball bat. This is arguably another commonly used bat in the country. In the Apex Wiffle Ball League, nearly 200 plate appearances were used with this bat, and there were over 30 hits and 8 home runs, including a home run that went 115 feet, which was hit by Chase Klingman in the Winter League Championship in Game 1 onto the basketball court over there. And on average, every home run hit by this bat went about 88.25 feet. So let's see how I do with this bat. I've never really used any other bats besides the Pro Stick, so that's why this should be fun to use. Oh, baby, that's a shot. Middle of the road. That was a nuke, another middle of the road shot. Get out. Oh, off that little side post. So very surprisingly, I believe the Blitzball bat did a lot better than the Pro Stick. I think with it being lighter, it was easier for me to get it around and hit for some distance. But with that being said, bat number 3 is our MLB Powerhouse bat that got introduced in the off-season scrimmages of last year. This bat racked up over 40 hits and over 150 plate appearances, 11 home runs, including the furthest being a 97-foot shot at Pleasant Park hit by Matthew Hensel in our off-season scrimmage against the Apex Captains. As I mentioned, I've never used anything besides the Easton Pro Stick, but if this is anything like my experience that I just had with the Blitzball bat, using that for the first time, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what we can do. This was very fun. I can't tell which bat had more success between Blitzball and this one. One of those two are going to be #1. Easton Pro Sticks are at 3 right now, but bat number 4 is the Louisville Slugger. This bat really wasn't used this much. You only saw 6 hits out of this bat in a little over 40 plate appearances. I think a lot of people decided not to use this bat because it looks basically just like the Easton Pro Stick, except the Easton Pro Stick got tape. It's a little lighter than the Pro Stick. It's almost like just the Louisville Slugger version of a Blitzball bat. So let's see what we could do. No one's ever hit a home run with this bat in league play, so this will be the first time if I can manage to get this out of the yard, that someone has used this bat to put one over the fence. Bye-bye. This bat was a nice bat to use. Very surprised that people didn't want to use this more often. I honestly think this was better than the Pro Stick, but probably not as good as the Blitz Ball and the Powerhouse bat, but we'll see what the stats say. Anyhow, the next bat is the Sweet Spot bat. I picked it up at Dick's Sporting Goods. It's got a pretty thick barrel to it, but as you can see, it's only about 28 inches long. I mean, it's pretty short, so I really got to be right to the thing. I don't think anyone would probably use this in a game. I don't even know if I'd let anyone use this in a game. But let's see how far the ball can travel with this. So, although this bat caught my eye in the store, unfortunately, it's just too small for me. A guy who's nearly 6 feet tall cannot use a 28-inch bat. I think this is a great bat design if Apex Wiffle Ball or any other wiffle ball league for that matter had a league that, you know, had a minor league system like with elementary and middle school kids as opposed to kids in high school and college and older. So with that being said, let's move on to bat number 6. The Junk Ball bat. Obviously this bat has length to it, but the barrel's not as big as the other ones that I've hit with. Junk Ball is another type of wiffle ball style, and it has its own ball to it. Obviously it has its own bat. Ideally you want to hit the ball on the white part, the sweet spot. I don't know if I'll be able to hit any home runs with this, like how I wasn't able to with the sweet spot, but let's see what we can do here. Oh, it's out of here. Another shot. Oh, middle of the road. So this was a very interesting bat to use. I was kind of surprised at how far the ball was going despite the barrel not being that thick, but it is a little hard on the sweet spot. The only thing I'd say about this bat that I wasn't a big fan of is the handle. It's got these rough marks on it. So more than likely you'll probably see this bat taped up if we ever see it again. And the final bat we're going to review today is the original yellow wiffle ball bat. This bat was not used in Apex Wiffle. Owen Chittister actually used it once as a joke and then switched out mid-at bat when he fell behind the count. But obviously I'm not expecting the ball to fly off this bat as far as my Blitz Ball and my Powerhouse bat. But it's just a cool bat. It's classic, so we'll see what we can do with it. Off the top of the fence, oh my God. Another off the fence. No way. That's out of here. Wow, what a way to wrap up the video. This was a very fun video to do. We're gonna go behind the camera real quick, crunch some numbers, and we'll be right back. Alrighty guys, we have crunched the numbers and let's go over the results. So coming in at number 7 is gonna be the Sweet Spot bat. The distances for that bat were 58, 66, and 67, which average out to 63 2/3. Like I said, I think this is a cool bat. It's just not meant for me, especially with me being, you know, nearly 6 feet tall. This bat's only 28 inches long. I think this is great for children in the elementary and middle school age. Unfortunately, high school and above, I feel like you're a little too big for this. So that's why I wasn't able to get a whole lot of power, but caught my eye in the store. Coming in at number 6 is the original yellow wiffle ball bat. I did this challenge in the order of what I thought was going to be best to worst. I'm actually kind of happy that this wasn't last just because it's a classic bat. It's what most leagues use.
The distances for this one went 60, 61, and 81 with an average of 67 and a third. So, yet again, obviously, with the barrel not being as big, it won't fly as far. But with that being said, it was just cool hitting a home run with this bat. Coming in at number 5, it is the Junk Ball Bat. This bat was surprisingly had a lot of pop in it. I think because this is more of a harder plastic than a softer plastic like some of the other bats. Barrel's not that big, so that's why it's not as good as the top 4. The distances for this one, 82, 90, and 80. That led to an average of 84. Like I said, this bat has some surprising pop. Not bad. Only thing is, if I ever use it in the future, I'm going to definitely tape up the handle so that way it's a more comfortable feel on the hands. Coming in at number 4, it is the orange MLB Powerhouse Bat. I honestly thought this bat was going to be in the top 3. I'm a little surprised it didn't. The first home run I hit with it was actually the furthest home run I hit in the whole round at 98 feet. I think what brought down the average, I then hit an 85-footer and then a 78. So that led to an average of 87. But nonetheless, this bat has some pop in it. As you guys know, it's a really solid bat, and it became a very popular use because it has the bigger barrel out of every one of my bats. Next up, we actually have a two-way tie for second place with the Blitz Ball Bat and the Easton Pro Sticks. The tiebreaker is going to go to the Blitz Ball Bat because this bat had the single furthest home run out of the 6 home runs each of these had. We're going to go over the stats of the Easton Pro Sticks real quick since this is by default the third place bat. The distances were 89, 85, and 93, which averaged out to 89 feet. I honestly thought this bat was going to come in first, but especially because it has a bit of a harder plastic and the fact that many home runs have been hit with. However, one thing that may come into factor is this has gotten a lot of use out of it. Over 2,000 at-bats taken with this bat. So maybe it's starting to lose its power from the time I bought this about 3 years ago. Next up is our Blitz Ball Bat. As I said, it got the tiebreaker for having the longest home run between that and the Easton Pro Stick at 97 feet. I also had a 90 and an 80-footer, which did average out to 89 as well. The Blitz Ball Bat, the second most used bat in Apex Wiffle Ball. I only used it once, hit 1 home run with it. Honestly, it's a pretty nice bat. I started to realize that some of the bats with some of the softer plastic, like that's very easier to get around it. Maybe I'll play some Blitz Ball. We'll see, but this bat definitely a very good bat. And finally, the shocking winner, the Louisville Slugger Bat. Like I said, this bat really wasn't used, so maybe the fact that it wasn't used was why it had more pop in it. 90, 93, and another 93 with an average of 92. So the Louisville Slugger took the cake for this challenge. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. This is very fun to make, and we'll see you for the next Wiffle Ball video.